Hey everyone, welcome back to Sinister Sinema. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully good. Today is our third day of 31 days of Halloween, and tonight we're going to talk about Night of the Creeps.
Feels like it's been fucking 31 days already.
Yeah, that's what.
It's got a long way to go.
So Chris is joining us today.
Say hi,
He was
Chris.
here for
Hey,
what were
everybody.
you here for last time? Halloween, right?
I was here for Halloween.
Halloween Kills. Yeah. So okay.
Hey, are you going to be able to do the new Halloween on the 31st?
Mm-hmm. It's on a Monday, right?
It's a Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Monday.
What about the Ninos? You're not going to take them trick-or-treatings?
Go to the little Six Flags during the weekend. See?
Oh, like they go.
It wasn't like back in our day where if you don't go out on the 31st, you lost out.
Well, now it's crazy. Like all the like churches and stuff
Chicken?
have like, yeah, the churches chickens. They have like cars just lined up with their trunks open.
They call it trunk or treat.
Oh my god! And there's just like people like throwing candy out of their trunk. I feel like that would be a good premise for a horror movie, like a short, like you're doing that, and then like the last kid in walking by, like his parents kind of take the littler kids up to the next car. And the guy who's dressed up like a clown at the car before just throws him in the trunk and shuts it.
Him.
And then it's just like, and then just drives away, and the family turns around like, where is he?
Where'd he go?
Fuck them kids.
But also, the clown could be driving someone else's car and pretend like they're that person, like some parishioner of the church. But he's like, he's already killed that guy and took his car, so he pretended like he was him.
Like the werewolf in Silver Bullet. He was so sweet, right?
Yeah.
But he was a fucking werewolf.
Yeah.
Thanks, I never seen that.
Yes, you have. You probably have it on like DVD, Blu-ray.
I don't like to watch movies
4K,
with priests.
all kind of stuff.
They bring back bad
But
memories.
he was a bad priest.
That's a good movie.
Father Murphy from my church, he's the one that taught me how to suck a straw.
Well, Murphy, it sounds like he was probably Irish.
That's messed up, bro.
What, did he tell me how to suck a...
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's why I don't use straws.
Can you show me on that straw what happened? Show me on the straw where he touched you.
No, the straw has to be this round.
Okay. That's messed up. Thank you. That's our last show.
Thank you, good night.
Oh, man. So tonight, or this afternoon, it's actually early afternoon. This is the second earliest show we've ever done.
This is some delicious water, man.
It's filtered.
So good.
Hortense had it in the office. She has like those 5-gallon spring water bottles.
Is it the Primos? Or does she go to the windmill?
I think it was Sparklets.
Sparklets.
It was that big green truck, I think.
With all that looks like a stripper's panties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
You mean like how it sparkles?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're all like individual little flappies, like a fucking stripper's panties.
Yeah.
I mean, the strippers I used to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disturbing.
It's a whole new world now. They wear neon glow-in-the-dark butt plugs.
That's crazy.
Ugh. I'm
Not
glad
that I've seen.
Some of them have
photos.
echoes where you can say, change to red. Have you seen those?
No.
They're voice activated through like Amazon Echo. Have them change colors so when they're walking on the street, coming out from underneath their little skirts, they can.
Oh
change.
my God, is that what that? I totally saw people posting that on Instagram, and I was like, I don't even want to look into what this is.
That's what that is.
It's a butt plug.
Mr. Monkey knows. Hey, Mr. Monkey.
Oh my God, that's gross. Like, they're just letting the world know. The different colors mean different things.
It's like a mood ring.
If it's red, blue, green, yellow, or plaid, that means they're a whore.
Plaid?
So any color.
That's a badass LED if it's plaid.
That's pretty messed up.
You're a whore. I hate when I make myself laugh.
Oh, that's disturbing. Man, we only need 2 more follows.
2 more follows and we get
If we
cake.
get 2
Come
follows,
on,
we get
man.
Cake. Hopefully some of Chris's friends are out there watching and they'll...
What
just
friends?
I sent out some messages, but, I'm still at work during.
I'm still at work till 4:30, but this is more important.
follow than firefighting?
Yeah.
Tell him he can get a couple of fire. He's a
Yeah.
firefighter?
Yeah.
Out in
There's nobody
Smithville.
There's nobody in the firehouse? Just tell him to follow.
Yeah, so Night of the Creeps.
Thrill me.
Best 80s
Thrill me.
cheese fest. Has everything.
It does.
It is.
It has aliens. It has zombies. It has slugs.
Aliens,
It has
zombies.
PTSD cops.
Yeah.
It has old ladies getting chopped to pieces with axes.
Escape Psychos.
It has
Yeah,
crazy
it has a mass
tan line boobs.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with
Don't forget the jock with the unibrow.
Oh, yeah. It has unibrows.
The guy at the party, the
Yeah.
main jock guy. Yeah. Man.
It has kids that can't walk too well and use little stilts.
What'd you call them? Malitos?
Malitos. Running around in their wheelchairs. Does he have a wheelchair?
Who?
No.
No, he just has those little
The little
canes.
stilts,
Yeah.
yeah.
Little stilts.
He was.
Oh yeah, they didn't have wheelchairs back then.
That dude's pretty good. Like he knows he gets infected and he takes himself out.
Yeah.
So he's like I don't want to hurt anybody else, so I'm just going to like
He's the only one that
Take
talked
me out.
after he got infected too.
Yeah.
in the whole movie,
It's because the other ones were just dumb jocks.
and he was a crip.
He was a crip
Yeah.
He was straight banging.
sipping
Yeah.
on fucking gin and juice.
So what's the this is Carlos, this is you've said before, this is one of your favorite movies. One of your favorite 80s movies.
It is a bad.
I still remember when I went to. I could remember the day I went. There was an old video store down San Pedro called Mr. Video,
Oh,
and we walk in there. It's where that rug place is now. Going down San Pedro on the right side. It used to be Pier 1,
Oh, Pier 1 Imports.
but
Yeah.
now they changed it to rug. It's some.
Are you sure it's
person-
not a gun store now?
I don't know. It might be.
The Pier
It's
1
on,
The one
San
close
Pedro.
to the humidor.
yeah, it's going down towards the draft house. And I remember going in there, and I'd go straight to the horror, and I was like, "Oh, look at this one!" And I read about it in Fangoria, because I used to buy Fangorias. And I was like, "Oh, this one came out." So I still remember taking it home, watching it, and I was like, "Oh man!" And I told my, they're not gonna make movies like this anymore when I grow up. Guess what? I was
They don't.
right.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
CGI blood, shitty looking CGI bears getting ripped in half by predators. You like the way I said that? Predators.
Yeah, that actually looked bad. Some of that CGI in the new Prey movie, it's one of the best stories. I think it's the best story since the original Predator. But for sure that CGI was bad. It was real bad.
R. Gomez. Hi.
I think I know that person.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
so 1986. This came out the same day as Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and Stand By Me. So it was up against some, I mean, it was a box office flop. I mean, they spent, I think, $6 million on it, and it grossed something like stupid low $560,000.
$562,800.
Yeah.
That's all I made.
Night of the Creeps.
After $6 million got spent on it.
But guess what? It's a goddamn cult classic now. And I have it on VHS.
It is now a cult classic. It also came out the same month as Friday the 13th Part 6 and The Fly. So it was up against a lot of, it was up
Damn,
against
imagine that.
Dude.
All those fucking horror at one time.
And that
Dude, that's
time frame,
like,
those are
that's
heavy
what's
hitters.
happening right now. Look at what's coming out right now. You got Barbarian, Pearl, Smile,
We don't talk about Pearl.
Pray for
It's
the
not a
Devil.
horror movie.
what?
Pearl.
Pearl.
You haven't seen it. You can't say that. You listen to some asshole online. We're assholes that you're supposed to listen to. Listen to your own heart, not somebody else's.
Could somebody give Doug a pillow for his butthole? Because I think he's butthurt.
How about
So-
Smile? What do you think of Smile?
Dude, I've been hearing good reviews.
Have
It's
you?
fucking terrifying.
I want to check it out.
I want to go see it. But I mean, like,
Fire 2's this week, isn't it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
They said
that
that one's good too.
I think that even if you have a good horror movie like this, and it's up against that many things, especially stuff like The Fly and Friday the 13th, like any horror movie that goes up against a Friday the 13th movie, especially in the 80s, like, screwed.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, everybody. And by the way, when did the first Friday the 13th come out? 81? 80?
No,
79?
78?
No, 78.
No,
was
78 was the
Halloween.
first Halloween, so like
So
79.
they followed him. It was in 80, but that was with Jason's mother.
Yeah, so it was 80. So
Wait, what movie did you say?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, I thought you said Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So Friday the 13th part
Wasn't
6.
it 81?
Yeah, 80.
So Friday the 13th part 6 was within, like, they were making one every year during the 80s.
80.
Yeah. So I mean, they were pretty much 80 was the first one, 81 was the second one. By 86 they already had the part
13.
3.
Friday the 13th takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
No, that's
Friday
part
the
8.
13th takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
But they came out when part 6 came out. Man,
Yeah. They were just cranking them.
They were just cranking them out.
I mean, I think they already had the second one, Friday the 13th Part 2, in the works. Before the first one was even out of the theaters, you know? It was like, they were like, oh shit, this is a moneymaker. Let's just keep going. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's so many horror movies coming out right now, but I don't know. They're just they're a hit or miss, man. Like,
Well, I mean, that's how this was, you know? I mean, like, people didn't like this when
you
it
take
came
that
out.
back, Dud. Every one of these motherfuckers that came out in the 80s were fucking amazing.
I'm right there with Carlos, man.
I feel like you're aging yourself.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm fucking 75. I don't give
No,
a fuck.
I think like, you know, think about somebody who's like 17, 18 right now, you know, 15, 16, like we were when a lot of these movies came out.
Dude,
like,
I'll show people like Night of the Creeps, and they're like, "Holy fuck, that was so good!"
dude, his
They've
goal,
never seen anything like that.
yeah, his goal was to like try to get every
cliche
horror trope in
that movie, and he did.
He did.
And you know, like he's like a real, he's kind of a mystery to me because he did, you know, he wrote this. He actually wrote the short story that became House, you know, and helped work on that.
He directed and wrote Monster Squad.
Monster Squad.
With Shane Black. I had no idea
Yeah.
Shane Black wrote it with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shane Black was one of his like college buddies, I guess, that they like, they were the ones trying to like write these things, but
He co-wrote Ricochet. That was a good movie. John Lithgow and
Yeah.
but what's crazy, you think about
Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
you think about like a lot of these shows that he did, and he should have like kept going and been bigger. But it's just like he did like Monster Squad, you know, this, like Night of the Creeps, like he did a lot of stuff that like you know, it seems like he should have kept writing and directing, and there's really not a lot to his credit.
And I had no idea he directed RoboCop 3, one of the best
RoboCop 3.
RoboCops.
Yeah, also one of the worst performing RoboCops because the studio went into bankruptcy right before the release.
That was so good. What's his name? Did the stop animation? The one that we just saw the documentary on him.
Ray Harryhausen?
No. He did Mad God.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
forget
god.
his name.
Why are we even? I can't.
I don't know why I brought him up.
remember.
I'm so bad at remembering shit.
Yeah. And then like the cast to Jason Lively, who's the main character.
I think he's fun. He's a terrible actor, man.
Well, him. The only really big thing to his credit, besides this, in my mind, which a lot of people
European
wouldn't get this-
Vacation.
Yeah, he played Rusty Griswold for
Yeah,
European
Rusty,
Vacation, and then
The best scene of the whole movie is when he's following Cronenberg. I like how everybody's named after all the horror directors.
Yeah.
The girl, Cronenberg,
Cindy.
Cynthia Cronenberg. He's following her and all fucking being a stalker. And then he goes and she hugs somebody. He's all, great, she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? You just saw this girl like 2 minutes ago.
And even JC lied to him, said, "Oh, she doesn't have a boyfriend." He's like, "Great, so there's a shot." What is like? Oh, he's not talking.
I think even when me and Doug watched it not too long ago, I was like, man, this motherfucker's a psycho.
Yeah.
He's like a stalker, straight up.
So that was another cliche he put in the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking stalkers.
And then Jill Whitlow, she's like the love interest.
That was her.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Cynthia,
She's
she
gorgeous, man.
is,
That girl's so gorgeous.
but
Rachel.
she's hardly in anything either.
No.
Like she's just, neither one of them really did a whole lot. They actually did another movie together,
Did they?
right after this. Dang it, I can't remember what it was called. But I mean, really, the only real heavy hitter in the movie, I think, is Tom Atkins, which he was in a ton of stuff.
And that's cool because Shane Black was a good friend of the director. After this movie, Tom Atkins came out in fucking Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
which Shane Black wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I read an interview with him, and he was like, why did you pick Tom Atkins because of, what movie made you want to use Tom Atkins, or was it just that he was a big horror guy at the time, and he said he wanted to use him because of Halloween 3. He said like Halloween 3 was his favorite Halloween, and after seeing him in that, he was
Oh,
like,
they're
okay.
making a Halloween 3 sequel. I just found out
No
a couple
shit.
of days.
What's it gonna be called? Halloween 3D?
Halloween.
Remember in the 80s how everything that was like the third.
Halloween 3D.
Remember how everything in the 80s was like, if it was going to be like the third one, they're like,
Yeah. Friday the
Halloween.
13th,
I went and saw Jaws 3D at the theater.
was it terrible?
I thought the fucking 3D was amazing. The fucking shark, because we were sitting on the side, so the shark looked like it was coming out of the screen. But that's my fucking. How old was I? 27? That was my 27-year-old mind,
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I know you were 20.
And it looked amazing, but I
Keep the
know.
glasses?
I had them for a while, dude. I should have kept that shit.
Dude, I don't know how old 3D technology actually is, but I have some old glasses that are like from like the 50s, 40s or something. It's crazy. Mr. Monkey asked what the drink is for today, and it is called a Hawaiian.
Fall down, piss drunk
I can't remember what
at
it's called.
7.
Blue Hawaiian. No, it's not Blue Hawaiian.
With the whiskey chaser.
It's Hawaiian.
I should have took one of those.
Royal Hawaiian. I knew it was something. It's called a Royal Hawaiian. It's
It's
just
pretty good. No. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it's good.
Percio here. I just
Hey,
got some so I can make some. I just bought it today, so next week when I get everything else, I'm gonna make some of those drinks. Some Brazilian.
Oh, it's such funky.
What do you say? Oh, that's terrible.
My dad couldn't experience 3D because he has one eye.
He's a Cyclops.
Damn.
They said it was.
So Percio, if you have
No, because he got.
Percio, if you have like a recipe for that, let me know, or because I'll use it. So, yeah. So, do you wanna? What's the basic premise of this story, Carlos? Since it's one of your faves.
So, it's 1950. It starts out in 1959. It was supposed. They wanted to do the whole movie in black and white, but the fucking goddamn movie studios were like, nah. Nobody's gonna watch that shit. So just the beginning is, well, at the very beginning you see it starts out in space, so you're like, what the fuck is going on already?
Ancient aliens, right?
Yeah, he didn't want the typical regular guy in a suit. He wanted something different. So he was like, let's put some little people in some suits. And he said when it first came out, the whole theater started laughing. So he was like, fuck, that's not what I wanted. I wanted him to be like, oh, cool, aliens. But everybody was
I
like,
like it. He threw the little leprechaun accent in there.
Percio just wigified us. Are you ready? Are you gonna take part in this?
he has to.
You have to.
I
Reach
gotta
in the
wear
bag.
a fucking
Hey,
wig.
Carlos.
Put your hand in the bag.
This is what happens when you
Yes,
come on
look
the
at this
show.
one. Fuck yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's the best one. Oh, he got
Oh.
Norman
the.
Bates.
You got grandma.
I got fucking Norman Bates.
Carlos got grandma before he hated it. He just didn't like grandma. Oh, look, I got a blue one. Mine comes with glasses.
Willita Jones.
It's got the granny bun.
Like this,
too.
right?
Where's mine? Where's my front?
I look like after Ariel came out of the ocean and got addicted to crack.
I feel like I can't really tell because these things are making my.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Mustaine. Fucking Dave Mustaine over here.
I actually like these glasses. They make everything look nice.
I have the wig on backwards.
Oh, you have it on backwards?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I put it on backwards. It looks cooler. Look at this.
My hair, but other than the color, I feel like it looks like, well, it kind of looks like Hit Girl from Kick-Ass.
Dude, why do you look so good in that? I look like a fucking moron yesterday.
Hey, Carlos, you know what we realized?
What?
You had it pulled down to like here. You had it like so the hairline was like starting like at your eyes.
Oh, no wonder I look like a moron. Oh, so there's some tiny aliens running around. He has a canister. He's running around with a canister.
There's one alien, he was trying to help out. Like, he was like, I gotta get rid of this.
And he's all like, he's talking, but it comes out at the bottom in alien subtitles.
Yeah, so you don't know what they were saying at all.
And then I think he says shit, right? And it comes out saying shit or something.
Yeah.
And then he puts it in this fucking vapor thing and shoots it out into space, and they just show a canister flying.
But so here's the thing: is the one alien who shoots it out into space, is he the bad guy trying to get them to escape, like the little things to escape, or
I think he's trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think he was a bad guy to the other aliens, but a good guy to Earth.
Man, Doug's looking good over there. But they Aeon Flux.
Those guys were about to. Well, they did kill him. I'm assuming they never really showed. But
yeah, I don't.
This experiment cannot leave. But you're right. You know, you're on.
But I mean, like, that's what. Like, why does he shoot him out into space? Like, what's he trying? What's his goal? I don't know what his goal is. Like, is he trying to destroy them? Because it seems like the other ones. It's like they're chasing him, trying to stop him from doing it. But are they chasing him because they know they'll get loose, or are they chasing him because they?
I guess they knew it was
They don't
bad.
really say.
Yeah,
I mean, at the very end, the same ship they shoot out of is like looking for him. So it's like
that's the director's cut.
Director's cut. But still,
so then it cuts to Earth, and it's like
the 50s.
Yeah, it's 59. They're getting ready, and you see black and white boobs.
And that's when the cop, who is the detective later, catches his high school sweetheart
make out city
with some dude in a fancy Ford Thunderbird. And they're even jocking on him. They're like, they're picking on him. They said, he's a cop. What kind of future is that?
And
the sorority chick said that.
He goes, didn't you hear because all over the radio they're blasting an escaped convict. I repeat, it, escaped convict.
Yeah.
He's traveling down highway, whatever, and then they see a flash. Something falls out of the sky, and you're like, hey, I wonder if that's the canister that got shot out. I guess this is an 80s movie. They don't realize how long something has to travel through space before you actually hit a fucking planet. So the fucking thing comes down to Earth right away. And he goes, let's go check it out. So they go and check it out, and he gets down and leaves his chick. And then she turns on the radio. She's all scared, and you hear the guy saying, repeat, he's traveling down Old Road, something. And she turns on the lights, and it says Old Road.
Oh, yeah.
And they show a guy creeping up on her with an axe, and then he fucking... That's a good scene, man. It looks like he's really going to hit her with that fucking axe.
Yeah.
Full force. And then it cuts away, and Night of the Creeps. Probably one of the best logos ever made for a horror movie.
Yeah.
The way that guy was known for that. He did Terminator. People started hiring him to do. That's cool. They don't do shit like that.
Like
anymore.
just for like the title card, or
they don't do stuff like that anymore. It's all fucking Procreate, fucking DeFont.
DeFont.
Just like Avatar. Did you hear about that?
No.
They're like, yeah, James Cameron spent $57 billion on a movie, and he just used font off of DeFont. the fucking Hawaiian letters or something. That's all that shit is. They showed him, and it's the exact same letters. It's like he was just like, just use these.
These look good. Sid, you can't turn away for a second, or we're gonna something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wait. There's parasites in the container, and they infect. When they get in your mouth, they affect your brain, and you turn into zombies.
Don't they breed more though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking worms.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking worms breed, man.
Yeah.
Leeches. They did a good fucking job. I still don't know how they did that for an 80s. How the fuck are you gonna make a worm go across the grass like that? That shit look good.
Yeah, and even in the restroom, because grass you can cover up something sliding across, but in the restroom when you reach down and get the matches, and it went across.
Yeah, so that's what the movie's about. Then cut 30 years later or whatever.
27.
27 years later. They're going to college.
Yeah. It was
Good old
what was it?
JC
It was,
and JC and Chris Romero.
yeah.
Yeah. I really like how he used all the like last names of horror directors and writers. He filmed all those college scenes at UCLA, and he was actually rejected by UCLA Film School.
Funny.
And
It was like a rub in your face.
yeah, he ended up he did go to UCLA, but not as a film student. He went as an English
I should have
major.
just been talking to Dave Mustaine's voice the whole time.
What is that?
Dave Mustaine?
No, what's his voice? Hello, me.
Yeah.
Like that.
I like that Bruce Solomon played Sergeant Raimi in the movie.
Oh, shit. Fucking Dave.
What are your some of your favorite scenes in it,
All of it.
Carlos?
I like that whole fucking movie.
Yeah, but you can't just say that. What you're talking about? We're here to tell people why it's good. I don't know.
Because it is good.
That's a terrible reference.
When they find that dude in the cryogenic, what was it called?
Yeah, so it's JC and fucking Chris trying to get into this.
They're trying to pledge.
They're trying to pledge, and they're like, you know what? You want to pledge, man? You got to go get a body out of the cryogenics fucking chamber in the school and put it on Kappa Mega Cum
Front lawn.
doorstep.
Yeah. They're
So
they're trying to play it. They think they need to get into a frat in order to get a girl.
Yeah.
Then they're trying
And
to
if
get
you
in a
see
frat.
Jason Lively plays Chris, he does not need to do it. He's fine.
You mean he could get a girl without a frat?
Yeah. I mean, he was in European Vacation. So they go and they happen to find a body at the first fucking door they
Yeah,
open.
he's just there.
I like how they fucking get in.
Zero.
Yeah, he's
Because that dumbass.
there's a guy forgot he puts in most of the code and he reads the last number. He's like,
What?
So he calls. He has to go and use the phone because
Yeah, the payphone. There's no cell phone.
Yeah, so he calls his friend. No, the book. No, not the book on the coffee table.
Yeah.
All right, now turn it. There it is. All right.
Was it not the red one, the blue one? Something
So
like
then by the time he gets back, JC and Chris go, and he was like, try a code. So he just hits a 0, and it happens to be the last number he needed,
that.
and it
The door's
opens
wide
up.
open.
And there's a guy there naked, but there's frost. I hate when they do that. There's frost right there where his junk is, man.
Yeah.
Show us Peter, man.
And then
It's the 80s.
But then when he comes out, he's wearing a jockstrap.
Oh yeah.
So that guy, don't know what his name is, but the guy who plays the scientist or professor or whatever he is that got the code, he's the head bank manager in Dragon Ball, and I can't think of his name, but
What the hell is his name?
that was funny because when I saw that I was like, that's the guy from
He's always playing like a dorky, weird guy.
Yeah. I can't think of his name right now, but yeah.
Even Dick Miller's in this movie. Dick Miller's, he's an original Scream Girl. That dude was in everything.
What was he? He was one of the frat guys?
He was a cop. Where he goes and gets the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta see your requisition.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the thing is,
Yeah.
He was even the garbage man in the Burbs.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He was a fucking snowplow farmer in Gremlins.
Yeah, he was.
But then he got killed, but then he comes out in part 2 with his wife. They're touring.
Chris, I feel like that wig on you doesn't look like a grandma. It looks more like a founding father.
Oh shit!
Like it looks like one of those. You know, I mean, it's a little too silver. It should be white, but you know, I feel like you look more like a founding father.
Norman
Carlos
Bates.
really looked like a grandma.
You calling Dave Mustaine grandma?
Yeah.
I like Brad.
Okay.
I saw him
Brad?
live,
I'm
man.
taking off the wig. It's a little wig time's over. I may keep the glasses on.
You like?
Hell yeah, the dickhead.
Yeah.
I thought he did an amazing job in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, he did come on.
He played Brad again.
Yeah.
If Brad wouldn't have died as a
Uh,
zombie.
Was that the ski? Who was he in that?
He's the one that made him blow him in the restroom.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh my God, I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh shit, that's totally him.
George Washington?
Jorge Washington.
Talking about me with the Norman Bates.
I was like, is that the actor?
Man, that thing makes you hot.
Yeah,
Those wigs make you hot.
Yeah, I did look alright. I think I might wear that wig on. I did look kind of hot.
I saw
Oh, hot. Like in hot.
Like toasty.
So then, fucking Tom Atkins, Detective Ray Cameron, shows up and says, what's going on here? And he's just a fucking straight up dick.
Yeah.
Belittling all the rookies. And,
Yeah.
Well, first he gets a phone call. First he gets a phone call where he wakes up from a...
His PTSD night.
Oh, yeah, he's having
Yeah.
fucking nightmares.
Yeah, because he's the one that had to, like, you know, his girl and
He
everything
found her
in the
chopped
50s,
up. That
like,
was the girl in the
dead,
car at the
and
beginning. Fucking
you
chopped
know,
up to bits.
He was the one chasing that guy, and you find out what happened about that later. But so he's having like weird nightmares about it, and he wakes up.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie when he's
wakes
fucking
up.
telling the story.
He just
When he's telling the story
Yeah.
to fucking Chris, Chris is all, oh,
Yeah.
shit, you telling me this?
And then so the guy calls him and says, you know, come down here, and he's like, you know,
He says like fucking 100 times in that movie. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, already.
Yeah, when he answers the phone, throw me.
yeah.
He said that was his favorite movie he's ever made.
Really?
Yeah, it's his favorite movie.
But then whenever he got there, that's when there was like,
You said there was 2 bodies, only one
yeah.
body.
yeah,
I'm like, oh.
You know how to count, right? You put 1, 2 in front of the 1. Like, he's just an asshole.
yeah. He's like a complete dick. Well, the first time he calls him for like a murderer, and he's like, well, we don't have a body. He goes, homicide. Do you know what that means? Like, he's like just a complete
Yeah,
dick.
so the body they get out of the cryogenics chamber walks away. And that's why there's no body. And it winds up going to the fucking sorority where Christina fucking Applegate works.
Yeah.
He went to
Cronenberg.
Rose, yeah.
Where Cronenberg is, and
But he was looking for his chick, is what they're trying to.
And-
assuming that.
he fall. What I forget what happens.
Who?
Do the worms come out of his head? Does it crack open?
Who?
He goes to her
The body.
window.
That walked away from the.
Yeah, he goes to her window.
And then he like, on the movie they go, and then she freaks out because a worm came out. But then you find him on the front doorstep.
Head is split
His
open.
head split open.
And they get pissed off at him because they're like, we told you to put it on the front of fucking Mega Cum Loudly's fucking.
And then that's when
Yeah,
the-
not our girlfriends.
And he's like, we didn't do it after all. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
He goes, we chickened out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when fucking Brad trips him,
Yeah, he
and
tripped
makes
him.
him fall.
And that's when Cynthia becomes single.
Cynthia fucking, I told Doug I was going to bring that back where she goes like that. And then she goes like this.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's like, holy fuck, I haven't done that since fucking grade school.
About the time this movie came out. Yeah, so that they Brad's being a jerk to him, so Cynthia like dumps him,
Yeah.
and that opens up opens up the chance.
Mm-hmm.
It
And she
opens up the
invited him to the
chance.
formal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that would never fucking happen.
Nah.
Did you know they made a part 2?
Night of the Creeps 2? No?
Zombie Town?
No?
It was titled Night of the Creeps 2, Zombie Town.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah, my son asked me, did they make a part 2? I go, but it's not called Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, I have not seen that. I didn't even know about it.
I didn't either.
So
Most of it was filmed in a Woolworths, too.
A Woolworth? Oh, shit.
Both of the sets.
That's cool.
That's
like it was like
fucking cool.
empty, and they had two choices. We're like, we're either gonna turn this into a Spirit Halloween store, or you can film a movie here.
Dude,
And
you
so they
remember
filmed a movie
Wins?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember Wins.
with two ends.
Wins and Woolworth. My mom would buy yarn shit from there.
So Fred Dekker wrote this movie in 3 weeks, from start to finish.
It's a pretty good fucking script to
I know.
write.
I know. And then he pitched, because they had already put out House, and this was actually his first movie, because House, even though he came up with the concept, it wasn't really his movie, because his buddy ended up taking the concept and running with it. So this was his first, like,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
his
Mr.
real
Monkey's
first
mom
movie.
worked at Wins. Yeah, you know House? Moose from Night Court.
Uh-huh.
He played the villain in the movie. He played that Vietnam friend.
Yeah.
They were expecting him to be a Freddy Krueger, Jason.
Yeah.
They wanted him to be memorable like that, but nothing ever came of it. Like, they
No.
were, like, disappointed.
I thought his name was Dulber.
And what?
Night Court.
Bull.
Bull, there you go.
Bull's
Bully.
Cannon.
I used to love Night Court.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he,
The fucking
yeah, they like really wanted that to be one of those, like,
Famous
characters,
monsters.
one of those characters, and it I don't know, I can't see that character. We got a pissed off Vietnam going around and kill. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it seems like there's a lot of, like, potential for racism in those shows. Just be running into, like, Asian communities screaming real bad things. I don't know.
And Fred Dekker and Shane Black, they worked on a script after this movie, and it was going to be about Vietnam veterans that
Oh, shit.
that died, and they bring them back. They finally find their remains and bring them back when they come to life, and they raid an armory and they start attacking people. So it was going to be a big budget Shane Black
Shit.
That's kind of
Dekker
crazy.
movie, but it never got made. That'd have been cool. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Again with the Vietnam veterans, right? Fucking Dekker.
Yeah, what's up with that? Because he also did The Predator, too, right? The Predator.
Yeah. The
He
main
likes
one.
military people, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He was Green Berets and SF and all that.
He's souped up he was souped up Predator, the original Shane Black. He was in the movie, and they asked him, "Hey, you have any pointers?" So he added some shit to the actual
Like
script.
He was like a
That's why when I found out he was directing it and wrote The Predator, the new one, I was so excited. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
The fucking giant 7-foot, 8-foot CGI Predator sucked. I was so disappointed in that.
And wasn't like everybody autistic in that? Something about autism in that movie, right? Human evolution and autism or something. I'm pretty sure there was.
Thank you for coming to our last
last
show.
No, like seriously, I think there was like some kind of like weird thing where they were like,
Did you know Greg Nicotero was a zombie in this?
no,
Yeah, you got to find him.
where is
You
he?
found him?
I'm not gonna
Is
tell
he
you
a
right
zombie or is he an alien?
now. He's a zombie.
One of the alien zombies? Like an infected? See, that's what's weird. This thing kind of blurs the line between.
There's only one zombie.
Yeah, and it's not Greg Nicotero, is it?
No, I guess it would be an aliens. All of them are alien zombies.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
it's
after the
weird.
bus crashed. I mean,
Well, I mean, but the
Dude, that scene is so awesome where the bus driver's eyes pop out of his
Yeah.
head.
yeah, that's cool.
And I'm like, how's everybody going to fucking die? The bus was going like 5 miles an hour. Right? Am I right? Come on.
well, they were drunk and they weren't seat belted in, and
Yeah,
But then again,
Oh, and that Vietnam movie they were gonna write, Kurt Russell was gonna be the lead.
That's kind of crazy. So it was like an actual big budget.
Directed by Universal.
Yeah, that's
And
nuts.
So what happens after all this? Just mayhem ensues, right? The worms start going everywhere. You see them going underneath the house into the fucking den mother. That's what they call them, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
Down to the mother's dog. The dead mother's dog had one.
There's some weird shit like at the end where all of a sudden like you find in the basement there's like a giant pile of them, but nobody knows why or how they even knew they were down
And
there.
they bring up the fucking science project in the basement.
Yeah, they say something about
Because they were brains.
But they don't mention any of that.
they don't mention that anywhere in the movie.
Yeah, she goes, I'm going to stash my science project. She goes, they're human brains. I don't want to know about it. Get them away from me.
Oh, I guess we missed that. It's been, I mean,
they're brains. So
fuck, I'm gonna have to watch that again.
So
we even went back. We were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the slugs went down there and
So they were chowing on the fucking brains.
They multiplied all over.
Yeah, but they were
brains.
like dead brains. I don't know.
Still brains.
It just seems weird. The whole part seems weird.
They
to me.
ate up the whatchamacallit, the escape psycho guy from under the mom's house.
Yeah,
And he woke.
I thought that one was just a straight zombie for no reason.
No, they
No.
woke his ass up. And then they got in the
That's
dog.
the best part.
And then Doug
As fucking
or not Doug, Brad.
as
Your
fucking
favorite guy, he gets eaten by the dog worm.
Yeah.
as Ray's telling fucking Chris the story about his chick. He's all saying it, and what happens? And he was like, "I found him in an alley."
Oh.
That shit is so funny. He's just saying all calm and smiling, and I killed him.
So Fred
And I
Dekker said
buried
that's
him.
like his favorite scene in the movie.
And I buried him underneath where the den mother's house is.
Yeah.
And the fucking Chris is all, why are you telling?
He's all fucking scared.
And as he's saying this scene, you hear the banging. The den mother's watching Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is cool.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, is it supposed to be her? Because she's on the phone going, hey, have you seen that new movie Plan 9 from Outer Space? Did you notice that?
Wait, is who supposed to be her?
Is that the den mother
I don't know.
back in the 50s?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It might be. That'd
Yeah.
be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all tied
So
in.
as she's watching Plan 9 from Outer Space, she's all just petting the dog or whatever, and boom, you start hearing shit on the floor, and
fucking ass.
fucking axe comes through. Dude, that makeup was so fucking good. Like,
Do you
So
know
good.
who did the makeup on it?
you know what? I didn't even look that up.
I don't know, but it's good. Yeah, the little creatures, man, that's some good practical effect. Those things running across the
Greg
floors and
Nicotero was
stuff.
in it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had anything to do with it.
I don't know. This would have been real early in his career, right?
Even
Yeah.
that cat, when that chick picked up the black cat.
Oh yeah,
That
zombie cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. The dog.
Dumbass Brad. Your boy Brad. Oh, did you see that dog? And he turns around, the dog fucking.
But what's crazy? The dog's like the only thing that doesn't die. The dog's like spitting out worms left and right and doesn't die.
I like the noise it makes.
Everything else, head splits open. Oh shit!
Oh, yeah. They split
Everything
open,
else's
yeah.
head splits open for the worm to get out, but the dog just spits him out because he's at the end of the movie again too.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
So there's two endings to the movie. The theatrical ending, the dog walks up to Jill or to Cindy and says, you know, she bends down and the worm jumps out, right? That's the original theatrical ending, and then it just cuts to black there, right? But in the I think the
cut?
Up All Night the USA Up All Night and the director's cut and all that stuff, and what's on all the DVDs now is, or at least the ones I've seen, is Tom Atkins' character, the detective Cameron, comes out. You see the house burning and everything's crazy and all this crowds gather around, and then it cuts to him walking down the road all like burnt up.
Yeah.
And then he falls over and splits open and some of the worms take off.
Yeah.
Because they think like they think they killed them all, and
I think they didn't use that because people would have been like, "Oh man, like come on." They didn't want to know he just died a hero.
Yeah.
but like I feel like that's a better ending because the worms like go away into a cemetery, and then all of a sudden like a ship comes down and the lights
The
like
spotlight
looking for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like brought it back around to the, they've been looking for him since the 50s. But yeah, that's I guess like that one tested really bad or something. I read something about it, but it's been a while. Where like either the audience didn't like it or the studio didn't like that ending, so that's when they like cut to the jump scare ending. You know?
I guess they wanted to keep Chris and Cindy in love, and then
yeah. So, but
yeah, that was cool. The alien ship
the big
going to the cemetery.
Spotlight.
yeah.
I don't know how much it cost extra to do it, and they fucking just scrapped it.
Dude, you know what the two little aliens at the beginning?
They actually reused that ship
What do you mean?
in a Deep Space Nine episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
No shit.
Yeah.
The two little alien guys at the front, I think that people probably laughed because those like the foam suits they were in were really kind of cheesy looking,
cheesy.
The legs were super short and like.
But even their mouths, they're just like stiff.
Yeah, they're sitting there talking and it's just like nothing's moving.
Just there with their eyes all glossed over.
Yeah, for all the other good makeup, that was actually not that great.
No.
Like they could have at least made it, even the mask at Spirit will move if you put your face in them.
Yeah.
They have some now that are crazy. I got some video of me wearing one the other day. This goat head that the mouth moves while you're talking. It's fucking crazy.
From Spirit?
Yeah.
How much was it?
Like $60.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But it looks good. They have a couple of them.
You don't have a goat head?
They have a couple of them. It has like this little thing that just goes under your chin. So when you're talking, like the mouth is moving.
That's cool. Maybe I should get that for Halloween and wear my metal vest.
It's they're pretty
and my
cool.
Fucking,
maybe you
fingerless
should do a
gloves.
tattoo, though, of that alien from the beginning of the movie. Or draw that picture.
Those are my metal gloves. That's why I'm doing that.
Your
I have
metal gloves?
fingerless gloves that I used to wear at Paper Tiger.
I had some of those, but I called them my murder gloves. They just
People
seem
are
like what
like,
you murder people.
Why do you wear those if they don't have any fingers? It was like, so when I fucking hit you in the mouth, I don't split my knuckle open. And they were like, oh. It's true. I got to protect my knuckles.
That's fucked up.
What?
But back on, you should draw that alien.
The
One from the very beginning.
The one running around with his fucking sequel bent down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole scene. So there's a scene after, so all the guys are fucking getting ready. They show the camera pans this way and they show the girls in the shower and their titties and their fucking
80s titties, man.
80s titties, everything's brown, and then you get to the titties and they're white and they're fucking
like with a triangle on them.
Triangles around them.
Yeah.
So they go through that phase, and at the same time, they show the guys being all fucking tontitos with each other, whipping each other with towels in the shower.
Yeah.
And that's me and Doug. We do that when we go to the gym. Doug's chasing me around in the gym restroom, fucking slapping my fucking culottes with a fucking towel.
Culottes.
So I was like, oh, it's fun. Me and Doug do that. And then they all get together. They're putting their fucking suit and ties on. They get in the bus and they take off to go to the fucking sorority house.
Because there's supposed to be a dance that night, right?
Homecoming dance or some shit.
Formal.
Yeah, some
formal.
stupid shit like that.
Good news, girls. Your dates are here.
Yeah, and that's when the fucking dog comes out with his fucking eyeballs hanging out.
Bad news, they're dead.
And the fucking dog's just standing in the middle of the road and the bus driver, his fucking eyes pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swear.
Going fucking 6.5 miles an hour.
With that big, yellow tow truck?
But, yeah, I mean, back then, cars were fucking metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's a lot of mass to stop.
It just destroys that fucking bus and kills every last fucking person on that bus.
And then the dog, I guess,
releases
the worms into into all the prom dates,
and then fucking Greg Nicotero, and he's walking around, and they go to the fucking the detective, and Chris. No, what's his name?
Yeah, Chris, the little redhead. Because he had the flamethrower and Detective had the pistol.
Yeah, Chris Romero. Yeah, I mean, he's going to give him a fucking flamethrower.
Yeah, he just hands him a flamethrower like he knows how to use it or whatever.
And that's what he says. Good news, ladies, you're dead. Your bad news is they're dead. Mm-hmm. And then fucking Chris is walking into the house going, get out of the house.
Out.
Trying to be all hard.
Get out.
Get out of
the house.
And then at the end, doesn't he yell, no, or some shit? And you're like, dude, fucking calm down. They're just fucking jock douchebags with worms. So that's when mayhem ensues. All these motherfuckers start breaking through the windows. And the whole scene. So after they tested the whole fucking movie, people were like, it's kind of boring.
Oh, after the initial shoot.
They're like, it's kind of boring. Like, there's not enough action. So they filmed that whole shed scene after principal photography was done.
After the reshoot.
They filmed the scene where a worm flies at him and he grabs it.
Oh, yeah.
All that was filmed afterwards. And then people were like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, I think they, I don't know. Reading a interview with him, with Fred Dekker, he was like, said the first night of the first time they showed it to the preview to the test audience before they did the reshoots, he said it was like one of the worst nights of his life because it was like so bad. Like the movie was so bad, it wasn't anything that he intended. So they let him go back and do extra scenes and add a lot more action and which is good because it wouldn't be the movie, we have today if they didn't. But I don't know.
Yeah, when we used to do at Paper Tiger, we used to do VHS. What was it called? Do you remember with Ryan?
I can't even remember what he called it. But basically a movie night.
With VHS tapes. And he had Night of the Creeps. And I went in and I was like, dude, that's my fucking favorite 80s horror movie, The Creeps. And we watched it. And afterwards he came up to me. He's like, here you go, Papa. It's yours. And I was like, oh my God. I fucking freaked out. And I fucking checked everything. Yeah, it has hard plastic. The sleeve where you push. No, where you push on the sides.
Oh yeah, where it's got the little
little
bottom lips on it. Yeah, man, those are
high tech.
I take pride in that one. That one in my society. My ex roommate Greg, he was like, I bought you something, and I was like, what'd you buy me? Whataburger, number 3. I was all excited. No, and he had it behind his back. He goes, here you go. There's fucking Society. And I was like, oh, fuck, Society. Dude, you can't find that shit.
No. And when you do, people want like $70
It's fucking dumb, dude. Like, come on.
That's what I hate. Also, like, people on...
I will not pay more than $20 for a VHS tape.
I don't even like paying that much.
Yeah, I mean, $20 is reasonable for a VHS. To fucking 50 and 75, I'm like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? It's
also a lot of, I've bought VHS before being really excited about them. I think the last one that I was really excited about is I found a Goonies that was in the clamshell. Like, I was like, oh, this is awesome. You put it in, it's unwatchable. Like, it's just the tape is so messed up. And
there's probably mold on it.
The soundtrack is
when it's that bad, it gets mold.
And they do like, once the sound starts getting messed up, so it's like really quiet, or it'll be really loud for like 2 seconds, then really quiet for 2 seconds, then really loud and it's like somebody maybe like stuck a magnet to it.
Mental note, horror movie. 2 nerds doing a show, podcast. Get a bunch of tapes with mold. The mold spreads to them, causes a zombie outbreak.
Moldy VHS zombies.
Oh yeah. Note to lyric.
What if, depending on which tape you're watching, that's how your character becomes? Like, you become a mold zombie, like those molds that control those ants.
Read the tapes.
The film. Yeah.
You know how that...
Jamie, cut it. Cut it, Jamie. Cut it. I've said too much.
You know how there's like those molds that like get in like the ants, the zombie ants, and like the insects in like the forest?
That shit's creepy. There's nothing in the fucking ant's head.
It's just dead and it's
dead and it's fucking walking around. The ant looks like a fucking zombie. You could add to the fucking video.
They're creepy
It's
shit.
bad.
Man.
And I'm like, man, I always look at those and go, just wait till it spreads to humans.
Yeah.
That's when I get to use my 1,200 rounds of 9mm. Taking everybody out.
Don't forget to get a flamethrower.
Yeah, you need a flamethrower.
Nah, fucking Lysol and a Bic lighter. I'm good. Call me fucking McReady.
No, some Aquanet. Isn't that what he grabbed from her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a cigarette?
Yeah.
Aquanet.
I think that would put the cigarette out, but you know,
It's a
depends how much oxygen's in the air. I guess
They said a cigarette thrown in gas won't even light.
it
No way.
depends. It depends.
It wouldn't.
If you
Try
throw it directly in gas, I don't know, like a bucket of gas.
It's not hot enough. It'll instantly.
But I think if it hits and sparks go everywhere, it could set off the
That
fumes.
might.
From the cherry?
I'm gonna try it. We're doing that after the show's over.
Yeah.
When the show's over, I'm getting
2 more
some
shots
gas.
each, and then we're gonna set shit on fire.
I'm ready.
Set shit on fire.
So, what is your favorite scene in the movie? Do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with the zombie breaking out of the floor while he's telling the story of how
Yeah,
the zombie got
about-
there.
Fucking backs.
Dude, yeah, that's a great scene, dude. The whole opening, that whole opening like 50s scene is so good. Like I feel like that whole entire
The soundtrack
just
too.
how they
like
shot
the
it and
music they
everything.
got to
Oh,
go
yeah.
with it is perfect.
Yeah, I really love that part. Scenes in the ship, you know, obviously every audience member laughed at it because it's like pretty cheesy looking.
Yeah.
Oh, and before I said regular guys in suits, they were gonna do animation, and he was
Oh,
like,
yeah?
"No, I'd rather get the little guys."
Little guys.
Every person using that was one of the guys from Bandits
From Willow.
and Willow
Those two guys actually
and
were
Return of the
in,
Jedi.
one of those guys in Return of the Jedi and one was in The Mandalorian.
We don't talk about what's his name.
I don't
Actually,
know.
the new trailer of Willow looks pretty goddamn good.
I want to see that. I don't know.
It actually looks good because you know the little guys, the
I don't
same ones. They're all old now, and they're like, "Hey!"
That's cool.
And I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta watch it." They're all old.
They're old.
It's the same guys.
Every
think
time I hear Willow or somebody's talking about Willow, for some reason in my head when I was a kid, I always had my own Willow voice. So I'm always like, Willow. I don't know if that's like how he sounds, but in
Not
my
Willow.
head that's how he sounds.
Willow
That's
up
pretty good.
I'm Willow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Willow up good.
That's how I feel.
You kind of sound like
There's
Frodo.
gonna be no Man Morgan.
Frodo at the end when he sees what's his name
Some.
when they see each other.
I don't know. When Clerks 2 told me about,
You never seen him?
no.
You've never seen Lord of the Rings? Do you have like 18 hours to spare?
You gotta watch the
I don't
4-hour version.
Clerks 2 fucking killed it for me.
Dude. They're so good. They're so good. like, I
Dude,
didn't...
there's an hour-long battle scene in the third one. Hour-long battle scene.
Dude, it's so
Orc
crazy.
fucking schlonks,
I
Dude,
don't know, man. Randall's pretty
wizard beards.
legit.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the extended editions, I think it's something like 12 hours long for the 3 movies.
It's great, dude. That's hands down. That's the best. People always say, you know, Harry Potter.
No. Randall from Clerks.
You know he's not real, right?
It's like Pillow Pants.
Clerks 3 is supposed to be coming out soon, right?
It's already out.
Yeah, that's out.
They said it's pretty good. I still remember when I did security for Kevin Smith and what's his name at the draft house.
Yeah, I remember you talking about
I
that.
didn't know what the fuck to say, dude. He was so high. I was just out there with him, just next to him like that, and he's smoking blunts, and I'm like, so. And he's like, yeah.
Wasn't he like playing video games on the through the projector?
No, Jay, I was talking about Kevin. Kevin
Okay.
was just fucking high as fuck. Blunt after blunt. I'm like, dude, calm down. Like,
Can't get any higher.
I'm like, you're at a fucking peak right now. Let that shit come down before you do. And then Jay was like, hey, man. He's just like the fucking way he is in the movies. He was like, do you think I could play fucking Minecraft on the screen? And I was like, yeah. So I text Lyric. I was like, Lyric, Jay wants to play Minecraft on the screen. Lyric's like, God damn it. And then I just looked at him and go, she said okay. She had to run like 1,000-foot my cord from his game all the way up front, and she was all
That's
mad at me,
crazy.
looking at me. And then he just looks at me and goes, "Snooches." That's the way he really is. Like,
yeah, like I've heard about it, but now.
and then I saw him calling his kids, and his kids were. It was Halloween night, so it was cool seeing him. Like, he was a dad. Like, he's not a junkie anymore. It's cool.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my God, you're such a pretty princess," and you can hear his daughter. "Oh, thanks, Dad." I was like, "So that's your dad? That's your
voice too.
like your dad is Jay."
Mm-hmm. When he did the Silence of the Lambs and Clerks 2. Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind, Randall. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun, dude. People are fucking crazy. The people, I had to go with them to take a piss. I had to make sure there was nobody in the restroom.
Oh shit.
So I had to wait and be like, "All right, cool, go. You can go." So I'd wait on the outside and I'd be like, "Sorry, you can't go in there." Jay's taking a piss. Then he'd come out and people would run up to him. Fucking just run right up to him. I'd be like, "Dude, back off." "Oh, man, the first time I saw Clerks, I was playing with this baseball." Like, the dude had a baseball.
I don't get how people get that starstruck about anyone.
I was playing baseball and I want him to sign it. I've had it for years. And I'm like, "Dude, you're a fucking nut. Get away from him."
Get away from
And people I saw online were like, "Carlos, dude, what's up? What the fuck?" And I was like, "Fuck off.
That's
I'm
weird.
doing my job." They hired me to watch Jay play Minecraft. That's it. That's all they watch me do. They hired me.
Watch him play Minecraft.
That's it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so this movie, if you haven't seen it, totally recommend it. Especially if you have it on VHS like myself.
Chris, what was your favorite part of it?
I like the bus scene. I really did. The blood, all the gore, the arm hanging out of that
Yeah.
dude. How the
Don't
dude
you
lost
mean-
his leg, I don't even know. He's crawling out with his leg. and then,
I do like
Don't
how
you mean the scene where they're grab-assing the guys
no.
for the bus scene? Is that what you meant?
I do like think it's funny how Carlos said the bus was going like 10 miles an hour and
it's
everyone's
going slow as shit, but then bam, and it's flipped over, and you got body parts.
But you do got to remember, though, everything in that fucking bus was probably metal.
Yeah, and the funny part on that bus is you got these guys sharing one beer. They're pouring
Oh, yeah.
one beer in each cup. I'm like, what the hell? Like, all right, it's a movie. We'll let it keep going. But the next one is when they showed Cindy's tits for like 2.5 seconds.
like that was the toll like the
Yeah. You can't go wrong with 80s tits. It's just like what we looked for as kids.
Now I know where the Void got their triangles ideas from. See the Void?
Yeah.
Fucking triangle, the white triangle? Got it from the fucking white titties.
Mm-hmm.
Panama Red says he loves Loader.
Lord of the Rings. You gotta watch it. Watch the short versions.
No, you're gonna come to my house and we're gonna watch. I want to buy you just a whole bottle of Jack.
So
Okay.
this is how crazy it is. This is how much I like it. We have had
You're serious though.
Yeah.
We've had days called that we
I feel
call
the tension is like
no. We've had days
my
that we've
head hurts. I'm
called
so angry.
Lord. We've had days that we've called Lord of the Days, where we
It
watch
takes all day to watch.
we
three
have
of them.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner prepared, snacks and drinks for the whole day, and we start in the morning and watch that whole bitch all the way through.
there's just one thing that keeps playing in my head. There's only one return. It's not of the king, it's of the Jedi.
I think Return of the Jedi is fucking terrible. Empire Strikes Back, hands down, the best fucking Star Wars
But
movie
you
ever
also
made.
think Halloween 3 was amazing.
It was.
Maybe not as a Halloween movie, but yes.
Yeah,
It was
a
a good-
standalone movie. I don't know why they just had to add Halloween on there and piss everybody off.
Yeah, but Thrill Me was on there. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Tom Atkins.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Any parts you hate about this movie?
Chris,
They could use more.
Like you just don't like the actor that much, Griswold.
Rusty.
You don't like.
he's
Rusty that
terrible.
much?
Like he's terrible in it, but he's not. I mean, it doesn't ruin the movie for me, but
No.
I always see when he got somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose him.
Actually, JC went in for that role, and they gave him JC's role.
I wonder if, I mean, obviously I haven't read anything about her, but, I think this came out right after European Vacation, I think. So maybe he was like a big star at that moment, and they were like, "Oh, let's
get Rusty.
he wants to do it," and he was just in European Vacation, so
might bring in
like maybe that's like has something to do with it, but I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Yeah, European Vacation was the year before Night of the Creeps.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so when they were filming Vegas Vacation,
Yeah.
I was in Vegas getting married to Lyric's mom.
Oh, no.
So when we stayed at Mirage. Walk into Mirage, there's fucking black curtains everywhere, and we weren't allowed. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And they were like, oh, they're filming a movie. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Didn't see anything. Last day there, we're checking out at the counter. I had my camera out back when there was little bitty ones.
The 35 millimeter?
And you could videotape.
Oh, shit.
They first came out, but you can only film like fucking 5
for
seconds.
5 seconds, yeah.
And I turn and I look and I tell Lyric's mom, that's fucking Sid Caesar. No, we weren't checking out. We were just asking for something. And he's looking at me. He turns around, he looks at me. And I go, holy fuck, that's Sid Caesar. She was like, who's the fucking Sid Caesar? And I'm like, you don't know who fucking Sid Caesar is? Like, I used to watch it with my dad.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking hilarious. I used to watch it. It was a black and white show. My dad would watch it, and I'd laugh my ass off. So I walked up to him, and I was like, excuse me, Mr. Caesar? And he was like, yes. And I was like, oh, my God, I just want to shake your hand. I used to watch your show with my dad, and I think you're fucking hilarious.
Starstruck.
And I was like, yeah, but I wasn't. I mean, he's an old school. If he was a fucking new person, I didn't give a fuck. You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
At the end, he's the one that dies in the chair
Yeah.
with the lotto or the pinochle or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So I fucking tell him, we're getting married, and if you're not leaving, or I told him, would you like to come to our wedding and stuff? And he was like, oh, I would totally go, but I'm checking out right now, and I'm flying. We just finished this movie. And I was like, son of a bitch. And I was like, it was awesome meeting you, and I shook his hand, and then he died not too long after that. So I got to meet him. And that was the highlight.
He died in the movie, and then he died?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like that soon, but
Yeah, that's fine.
he died. He died.
He did.
Sign my baseball.
I didn't make no fucking sense. If you would have had maybe like a...
It's like saying, let me go to Michael Jordan. Can you sign my baseball?
Can you
bat?
sign my fucking...
My ski.
My Clerks DVD animated series?
The animated series.
Sign my baseball. Fucking dumb. Yeah, that was a good... That was cool.
That is cool, man. That little old man, yeah.
And then when the camera, I didn't fucking upload any of the videos. I don't know what happened to it. I lost all that footage.
Dude, I used to have one of those little cameras, like when first digital cameras came out, and you could take like 10 photos and the batteries were dead. Like it was just like so.
I think maybe I did upload it to our computer and all 10 seconds, and she was like, is it downloaded yet? I'm like, no, it's rendering. It says 2 hours for a 10-second video.
Now I can text that to you in a fraction of a second.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Fucking 4K at a show. Check this out. Fucking son of a bitch.
Panama Red said he wants to be on the show, but with the red wig on. The whole time?
I'm down.
Dave Mustaine.
The Dave Mustaine special. What do you mean I don't believe in God?
Man.
I don't like Dave Mustaine.
Why, did you see that meme of him?
No.
You didn't see the meme of
I just don't like his music.
James Hetfield and his family?
Hetfield and his family.
No.
They're all the kids are fucking blonde, and then they get to one girl and she has red hair and looks like Dave Mustaine.
Yeah, Dave Mustaine on the next meme. Yeah.
That's great.
And everybody's like, holy fuck, it looks like Dave Mustaine. I think that's
great.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that meme. I liked it.
So what do you think? Anything else on this movie?
I'm pretty good. I think
Any
I think
thoughts?
we
A good
covered
part
most
2
of
would
it.
have been good, but I don't know about zombie.
I'm gonna look. Have you've heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of it. I'm gonna look that shit up.
What's that?
Zombie Town.
That's
The part 2. Who wrote that?
I didn't even look into it.
It was marketed as Night of the Creeps 2 Zombie Town.
I mean, even if you go to Google and you put Night of the Creeps Part 2 and you hit search, it comes up as Zombie Town.
But who wrote it?
No idea.
I never even saw it.
I mean, it wasn't Fred. So I don't know. It's weird. Probably. I think a lot of these kind of things, the studios own the rights to the naming rights, so they're just like, well, you don't want to make a second one, we're gonna do it without you. You know, it kind of sucks. So, well, I think we should wrap this one up.
Yeah.
What do we got tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer.
Oh, Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer. Canadian horror. Oh, look, there's what we got coming up. Tomorrow night, Jack Brooks. 10-5 Critters. 10-6 People Under the Stairs. Send them all to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Then Barbarian, which I just saw again for the second time last night. So good. So good. I mean, I wouldn't have gone back to see it, but
you need to watch
Emily
it.
hadn't
It's probably
seen
one of the better horror movies.
Is it?
Since Hereditary.
If you don't know anything about it,
don't look up anything.
Don't look up anything because it's got a lot of, it's got some good stuff, and I feel like if you knew about it before watching it,
it'll disappoint you.
It would, yeah.
Because you knew about it. It's good going in not knowing a goddamn thing.
Well, that's the way I am when it comes to movies I've never seen. I don't want to watch.
I didn't watch anything on that. I just went.
It's like the cameos in Zombieland.
Like every time I tell my wife, let's watch the movie. Okay, what's it about? Who cares? Just fucking watch the movie. The movie will tell you what it's about.
I don't want to know about movies that I am excited about. Like if I know the director, I know like 1 or 2 of the actors, and people are saying it's good. I try to shut myself out. I try not to like see any of that stuff. I don't read any reviews because I don't want to know anything about it.
I had messaged this dude and I said, "What do you think of Black Phone?" I heard it sucks.
Oh, and then it was fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, I got to go outside and use the restroom outside the storage unit.
No, Hortense left well, should we just like sign off and then we can just go?
Yeah.
We shut down the heater. Shut down the AC and lock the door and get out of unit 58.
Yeah.
57.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we will see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Chris.
9:00. Chris will be back on Halloween.
Maybe even
for
before.
Halloween ends. Yeah.
If they allow me before, I'll do it.
And we'll see you guys later.
I'm out.
Later.